Tropical Storm Karina forecast to be a hurricane. Latest on Tropical Storm Karina, which was named earlier this morning, now with winds of 50 miles an hour and a pressure of 999 millibars, as of 16 UTC, located at 13.2 degrees north, 115 degrees west. The storm's currently moving northwest at 10 miles an hour this August 28, 2026. This is 9 AM PDT, latest at Los Angeles. Wind fields for this storm sticking at 200 miles out on the entirety of the eastern side of the storm and 0 miles on the entirety of the western side of the storm right now. Distances in miles have 355 miles from Isla Clarion, 749 miles from Cabo San Lucas, 1350 miles from San Diego, and 2880 miles from Honolulu in Hawaii. Currently there are 0 watches and warnings in place for this storm, but there will be a threat of rip currents along the Mexican coast, even all the way up to Californian coast as well from the storm as the storm progresses over the next few days. Definitely forecast to be a Category 3 from the National Hurricane Center. Most other models are going a little bit below that forecast though, saying at Cat 2. Once again, rip currents is the primary hazard for Karina. There will be lots of rip currents, strong rip currents along the coasts of Mexico, all the way up, even getting over to California. The NHC did put out some strong rip current warnings for that southern portion of California near San Diego and just south of Los Angeles. Here's the NHC forecast cone, and I just want to remark on that huge wind field on its eastern side there. Absolutely massive, but you can see it becomes a major hurricane on Sunday evening after slowly strengthening up to a hurricane. It actually stays as a major for quite a while, which is interesting from the NHC because most other models keep it down at Cat 2, Cat 1, so it'll be interesting to see how the storm plays out. Current sea surface temperatures aren't looking that great, to be honest. At the moment they're completely fine, but for where the storm will be moving later on in the forecast, it will be getting quickly out of them 26 degree waters and down into 25 degree waters, which will fatigue the storm and probably prevent further intensification once it gets to that region. Multi-model diagnostic, so you can see there, you can just see the NHC, which is that grey line going straight over into high-end Cat 3, but most other models barely touching on Cat 2, some even barely touching on Cat 1 forecast. Shear remains fairly good for the storm actually. It won't really have that much of a jump in that. And the sea surface temperatures, as I said earlier, just trailing down as it heads further north. On that track you can see there, most models agreeing on the track. Precipitation forecast, well, this is just all a bit of a mess at the moment. That's mainly due to its giant wind field on its eastern side, and that's going to drop quite a lot of rain over the ocean, and even throughout its forecast dropping lots of rain all along its path, which it's not anything to be worried about though, as it's all out to sea luckily. Same with the winds, all remaining out to sea, but you can see on that wind forecast how HWRF expect the storm to play out and move from being west heavy to becoming balanced over the next 3 days there, and that's when they expect it to peak as well, just when it gets to that 2-3 day period there. Ocean heat content, well, it will be entering quite quite a great bit of ocean heat right there. But as I said earlier, it's going to be moving straight out of that, and that's not going to do the storm any favours. It will be losing intensity once it heads into them blue areas you can see there, and even the areas that aren't even coloured in. It will most likely be fizzling out by then, like what Azel's done a few days earlier. And here we have a few satellite imagery loops with all sorts of imagery you can view of the storm right now. Or this huge broadness on its eastern side, and on its western side, really small. There's not much at all there, but it will develop further as we move through the next week or so.